But what do you think we're seeing here? Well, featured is NGC 2023. It's a nebula in Orion, 10 by 0.8 arc minutes. It is a emissive and reflective nebula, and we've got a progenitor star right in the center of it. We got a brighter star, which I believe is Almatac down here. This nebula is 1,500 light years distant, right in the thick of everything going on in Orion in terms of star formation. RA 54138 with a declination of -21532. But of course, you can also make out the Horsehead Nebula to the south of Almatac and the Flame Nebula to the east of Almatac, with NGC 2023 right in the middle. Let's move on and quickly see if we can progress through the NGC 1400 to 1449 series and get caught up in our deep sky investigations on El Cuatro's NGC tour in sequence. Well, sorry folks, the scope is about to pole flip, and I'm going to have to wait till the next good night out to capture the NGC 1450 to 1499 series. But you know what? Why not do a long period exposure of this beautiful scene right here? Well, let's begin with this. This is a 1 second exposure, roughly a 12 to a 15-inch scope. We can see the flame, but we can't quite make out the Horsehead nebulosity. Maybe a little hints right about there. Okay, if we go to a 2 second exposure, we're definitely seeing the nebulosity around NGC 2023. We're seeing the flame resplendent, and we are getting hints of the Horsehead and the nebulosity that demarcates it. And this would be more along the lines of a 17.5-inch scope, 18-inch scope. So let's move on to 5 seconds. Okay, here we have one stack so far of 5 second exposure. We just got another stack, and you saw how much it improved. As you increase the exposure time, of course, the longer you're going to have to wait to get those stacks, but boy, is it worth the wait. I'm going to push it out so we see the whole screen here, which adds more pixels and goes a little deeper. One thing I'm noticing right now is this emissive nebulosity here has got a dark bar breaking across it, almost similar to the Great Orion Nebula has that eagle's wing spreading itself across. The Horsehead is now quite obvious. The flame looks resplendent with texture, and what we're getting here is roughly what I consider a 30-inch view under the similar circumstances and conditions of the sky. So let's go on now and go to our 10-second exposure. We're now getting 2 stacks, maybe 1 stack of 10 seconds at this point. Let's watch it flare. Okay, now we've doubled the exposure time, which typically adds about 0.8 magnitudes to the brightness of an image. And this is a 10-second exposure. Let's go to 30. So we're somewhere up around 45-inch telescope at the eyepiece, but only operating at, in this case, 45x, which you could never accomplish at such a large scope because your eye isn't big enough to accept all the photons. Okay, I'm now getting reported that there are not enough stars to be able to stack the images here, which means we got one stack, and that was probably at 10 seconds, and we got an ignored stack at 30. It's a 30-second exposure, but without stacks, so we're not getting the highlighting we might expect to get otherwise. Let's give it another 5 or so seconds and see if we can get a second stack. It's not enough stars. It's not being able to delineate the stars well enough. So the best views we got were multiple stacked exposures at 10 seconds. I'll return to that and before we bail for the evening on the Flame, the Horsehead, and NGC 2023 emissive reflective nebulosity. Well, all right, we are now getting stacks because it's detecting stars and triangulating them, and I suspect it has something to do with the settings of the I haven't used that in a long time, so I kind of forgot it. It's the histogram settings. So that might have improved our ability to get stacks if I had played with histogram between each and every image. That's going to require experimentation. I don't want to do that. Right now we've got 4 stacks with 1 ignored of our beautiful scene, including the flame, the reflective emissive nebulosity of NGC 2023, the Horsehead and its nebulosity behind it. I'm going to allow it to go to 6 stacks, and I think we're just going to get our 6 stacks. This is what we normally get with our 5-second exposures in 35 seconds, but we're going to have to go over a minute, which I cannot use for the NGC series. So with this last 7-stack view with 1 ignored of 70-second exposure using the ZWO imager and the El Quattro fast Newt 150mm scope, I am going to say Carpe Noctem, and I just love that view of